it's been a while since I've been able to cast Prototype. And from my memory, Prototype was sorry, I thought he was a Zerg, but apparently he's Terran now.
No?
Am I misremembering? Am I crazy? No, yeah.
I'm hoping you're not counting on my memory.
No, okay, so I'm just checking. Prototype in 2020, I was just quickly looking at the Wikipedia page. He was Zerg.
Yeah.
And it looks like this year he switched to Terran.
Oh. I guess after a break he decided to try something else.
Oh my god.
Oh, look, Prototype is talking about it.
Yeah. I've been messaging Prototype in game.
So Prototype is saying that he switched when he was done being 2 Stargate versus Protoss.
They're both bonding right now. That he's like, ZVP killed Zerg for me, so I switched race. And wAesoph is like, yep, I also stopped playing because of ZVP. Oh god, alright, here we go. Getting ready to dive into our next series, and alright, I just have to quickly change this on casting tool. So yeah, Prototype, he was letting us know that last year he switched to Terran. He's now a Terran player because Terran is easy. Confirmed.
You heard it here first. Also, Torn Eric is Brazilian, and he cannot participate in this tournament because he actually got top 2 in DreamHack last year.
Yes. For those wondering, when it comes to the Ducklings, Eric is ineligible because he's just too damn good for this tournament. But Kappa. But he's also playing AoE 4 right now, so I mean, feels bad.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well there. Hey, why not? But we are here in StarCraft 2, and we have another Terran. This time it's a red Terran, representing License to Kill. It is Prototype.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Curious Minds LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player himself, also representing License to Kill, as they are teammates. It is wAesoph.
Prototype was also called Scribbles.
Wait, Prototype was Scribbles?
Yeah, that's what it says on Wikipedia. Alternate
What?
ID Scribbles.
What? I thought they were two different players. What?
Same. unless they did like the thing where, like, you know, they switch names as a joke. I don't know. But it says on his Wikipedia, alternate ID Scribbles.
Future, I need you to confirm this. Is Prototype and Scribbles, are they the same person?
Where's Future?
Sorry, I meant Sugar. Sorry.
Yeah, Sugar, we need verification on this info.
We need to know. We need to know, because I've been casting more Prototype than I've known. Oh my god.
Yeah, like I remember the name Scribbles.
Yeah, we casted Scribbles during the Spicy Team League.
Yeah.
And also NA Apprentice as well. Wow, yeah. I didn't know they were one and the same.
Maybe, I assume more people didn't know, but hey.
It's crazy. Well, okay, yeah. Regardless, we are getting into our series. I also wanted to lament a little bit and say, you know, F's in the chat for Prototype Zerg. Like, I loved Prototype back in the day, and I loved his Zerg, and you know, now it's Gorge. But I'm curious to see how good his Terran is after he made the switch. Like, he hasn't been Terran for that long.
I mean, to be honest, you say like he hasn't been Terran for that long, but like you don't know how much he played of his off-race before he made an actual switch, right?
Yeah. He may have been biding his time. He may have been slowly working on the transition years in advance. The plot thickens. Oh god, it was an inside job from the start. He was always gonna switch to Terran.
He's the uninfested. What?
God. Ay. All right, well, here we go. So far, the openers are pretty much the same. Oh, we do see the Lings trying to deny the Reaper, but they were a little bit misplaced. Reaper gets out. And behind this prototype, he, just like Davo, is going for that third CC before Starport.
Yeah, indeed. So I guess will we see more air units? Will we see BC or Banshee?
Well, I'm excited just because I've never casted Prototype's Terran, so I don't know. Does he enjoy playing mech? Does he, does he enjoy like 2-on-1? Is he a bio player? Like, what are his strengths and weaknesses? I don't know.
And there is a Banshee.
Let's go.
So I guess we will be going into more air units.
There we go.
But we'll see what kind of twist Prototype will put on that. It is a Cloak Banshee also. So this looks awkwardly familiar, you know? I feel like I've seen it before. Maybe even today.
Yeah, we have seen it today. And as we get into this game, Sugar's just letting us know. He's like, no, they're different people. They're different people. Oh, okay.
Yeah, should probably change that on Wikipedia then. Because that may be confusing.
I was confused.
Yeah.
Oh god, but okay, they are different people. Okay, thank you for confirming, Sugar. We appreciate it. Much love. As we are getting into this, once again, wAesoph is relying a lot on his queens. He is still delaying his lair, so hey, he's got one way to play, and he's sticking to his guns.
I mean, look. As we said before, it didn't work too bad. It's just that, like, later on, it falls behind a bit.
I just want to see him get to lurkers. I just want to see if he can somehow comfortably get into lurkers. Just because he's so aggressive in the mid game. He's always going for these massive run bys. He works a lot more. Like, it feels like he wants to fight as often as possible, and it does mean that things like his hive and lurker dens, they all get delayed in the process.
And we'll see how Prototype will use that. He's there with his Hellions, denying the creep.
Yeah.
Extreme is on the way.
A decent amount of creep does get cleaned up. He's able to just barely get out of there before things get too crazy. And at the same time, we were talking about them. We touched on them. The Banshees are getting ready to get into the main.
They are, and there should be queens there, right? I mean, wAesoph always makes so many queens, so I assume he has enough this time. He has 8 so far.
He has 8.
A lot of them are on the front.
That's the thing, right? They're distracted because they're dealing with the Hellions at the same time. Banshees dip on in, and they will get a decent amount of drone kills.
Yeah, they do. We get 5 so far, but there are queens here, so these Banshees have to be careful. But there's actually no detection here.
There's no detection. They need to rely on the Spore to keep themselves alive at the same time. Hellions, ooh, okay, they're able to deny a little bit of creep, but they don't find a way in yet. And oh god, the queens!
Yep. One of the queens goes down. The Banshees are being under fire now, but the queens are going down.
Oh my god, Lumia, is that you? Is that 2 queens get picked off? More drones, like 6 would have been more than enough earlier, but now 10? Sorry, 9?
It looks like one of the Banshees will be going down, but yeah, that's pretty good damage for all those Banshees, especially with how many queens wAesoph makes every time.
Exactly. Like, both Banshees died, but they were well worth it. They killed drones, they killed queens, they caused a lot of havoc and allowed or gave room for these Hellions to dip in and even get some value. So that was great.
By the way, Sugar is like, sorry, I identify as future now.
Look, these NA players, they share their names too often, okay? And another example is that there's Foxer and Sugar online. He's also like Dr. Foxer, he's Dr. Foxer as well, right? Yeah.
That one confuses me. They're using like a similar username.
Yeah, like why are there 2 Foxers? And on top of that, there's MKP, who was like the fake Foxer as well. He was Foxer, like... God
Shaking
damn.
my head.
Shaking my head. God damn it, NA players.
These Hellions are trying to get something, but the queens are there on guard. What happened to the Banshees? Are they both down?
Yeah. They both got picked
Both
up.
of them died.
But again, they paid for themselves, you know, their life for the Dominion and all that good stuff. As Prototype is finally pushing out across the map. How many tanks do we have? We got 3 tanks. We got a bunch of Hellbats to help buffer for all those Banelings as well. And I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself. Oh, okay, there we go. We got plenty of Banes. No Bane speed.
But they
Bane speed didn't even start. It hasn't even started. What?
Yeah, we have Burrow though.
Where's your Bane speed? Nah, I'm good, mate. I got Borrow. Let's go.
Look.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Puppy.
Look, if he burrowed them there, it could work.
Sure.
But he didn't.
The copium is real. Like at the same time, okay, actually, Ling run by gets into the main base. Damage is being done, but Prototype is not turning around.
A few of those Hellbats are actually getting damage as they do not back down from the Banelings. And yeah, this Terran army is slowly getting cleaned off, but there are still tanks behind. So,
mate, I think this is too much damage. This Ling run by is killing Prototype, and Prototype, sure, he's going to be able to get a base, but it's taking him so long to really gain any ground, and the slow Banes are defending.
They are. I mean, as I said, there are still tanks at the back, but now the Lings will deal with them as there is no more backup, and GG is called.
GG gets called. Fun fact, Infestation Pit was on the way and we still didn't have Baneling speed researching. Who needs Bane speed? Who needs it?
Look, you got Burrow.
Overrated. Oh god.
Yep.
Why are people in the chat talking about cauliflower? What's going on?
Apparently for sure's made some cauliflower mash. And he said it's very good.
Okay.
And I am very annoyed because I'm hungry.
I also haven't had breakfast yet. It is the cast started at 6 a.m. and it's now 8:12 a.m. So hopefully after the broadcast we can go and get some food.
Yeah.
I was tempted to ask wAesoph about Bane speed, but that's fine. We'll leave it be.
By the way, as a quick update, Neo took down Cognite 2-1.
Oh.
And he's gonna now face Yanji.
Oh, that's a spicy TvT. Neo versus Yanji. Unfortunately, there's no B stream going on right now, but that is definitely one to watch.
That it is. But we have our TvZ. And we have... hold on, as I fix the scores real quick. We have, once again, our Terran player. Our red Terran, representing the United States, and licensed to kill. It is Prototype.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player representing Team Licensed to Kill and currently leading this series 1-0. It is wAesoph.
So I was told that NA is crazy and they make all these like weird and wacky builds. But all I've seen today is like proper macro.
Well, I mean, the problem is that we haven't seen like the Protoss NA players. We haven't seen people
True.
like Turkey Dano or Probe Scout. Hold on. Is Probe Scout in the main event?
I think he may be. Let's see.
What? Yo, Sugar, you have to answer for your crimes, okay? Why is Probe Scout not a part of NA Apprentice? What's going on? He is like the embodiment of NA.
If he doesn't sign up, it's his fault, really.
SMH my head. Probe Scout, what's going on, buddy? You need to be doing conducting your civic duty. You should be here. What's going on? But yeah, we're missing players like Probe Scout. We're missing, like, you know, the NA memers, if you will. I just realized Rocker's not here either. Where's Rocker? Mate.
Huh?
Mate.
Yeah. But look, these players are here. They are participating, and one of them will move on to the main event.
Oh yeah. Yeah. These players, obviously, they're showing us that they are more worthy than those NA Protosses that didn't show up. Shaking my head.
Why are you calling out the Protoss specifically? You really have a grudge against
Shaking
Protoss.
my head. God damn. Look, they should have been here, okay? They should have been here. Meanwhile, oh, we almost get a drone kill. Prototype dancing in between the mineral lines. Almost gets surrounded. Gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh, God!
Oh. Yeah, actually the Reaper goes down, so no more scouting for Prototype. And also the third base should go down without any delays.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised because the third is late right now. Like, especially because the Reaper's dead. We should have a third for wAesoph. So I'm curious if he's okay. He did pull out of gas, so he's not saving his gas for anything like that, for anything crazy. His third is just late.
Look, what we found out in previous series is that wAesoph sticks to the plan. Okay. His third goes at exactly this time, and that's when it's gonna go down.
He went back into gas and he made another wave of queens. Okay, there we go. The third is finally on the way, but yeah, a little bit crazy. Like it felt unnecessarily late, but at least it's on the way.
That it is. And as the starboard is about to finish, ooh, hold on.
Okay, we have our answer. So I think intentionally it was late, just so we can get an extra wave of queens out. Maybe. And now with these queens, he's gonna be safe, and he's going for he heard you. He's like, I'm from NA, aren't I? I gotta mix things up.
Like, I am from NA.
Hold on a second.
No, hold on. Is he getting early there just to make sure he has bank speed?
Oh my. Oh, but maybe. Like, he's never gone for a lair this early. This is the first time in today's tournament where wAesoph is switching things up. He's taking the rest of his gas. Mate, this is 2-base Muta, or I guess technically 3-base, but I think he should be going for a Spire.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out as the Banshee Cloak is once again on the menu. So we'll see if the Mutas are gonna meet it.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. All the gases are saturated. There is that Spire. So we are seeing a very quick Mutas here. And Prototype is in the dark. He is aware how late this third base is. So something is wrong, right? Something is amiss. And maybe he can find his way into the main to confirm.
Yeah, but he still has to be careful with those queens to make sure the Hellions don't get into the base, to not get the scout of the Spire. But yeah, I mean, see, this is the thing, like, this is kind of a mind game where, like, wAesoph has been playing the same way throughout the whole day, so even if Prototype caught, like, his previous series, like, he wouldn't necessarily expect the switch, you know?
Yeah, meanwhile, there's main speed. He is getting
There
it.
is main speed.
It was just scattered by these Hellions, so they know about the fast lair because they do see the Baliness researching. I do think that Prototype, because like he has seen a lot of things, he may have not seen the Spire, but I think that he could probably piece it together. But it looks like he hasn't yet because we still don't see any missile turrets being thrown down. Like he hasn't quite connected the dots.
That said, he is getting Marines, and a lot of them, so that would definitely be helpful against Mutas when they come. But will it be enough?
Yeah, and are they going to be in position? Because they aren't the most mobile of units, right? They're restricted to the ground. You have to rely on medevacs to really, like, mobilize them. So we shall see as the Spire finishes up, and we have enough for 8 Mutas. There we go. 8 Mutas are in production, and again, they still have not been scouted.
Yeah, these Hellions may actually see them as they're going across the map, because I assume they will go across the map, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we have
The
options.
Banshees are here, though.
Yeah, hopefully wAesoph doesn't waste his Mutas on these Banshees. Yeah, the Queens are here in position. At the same time, Hellions are diving in towards that third base. Third is looking a little bit exposed, and they do see the Mutas.
Yes, the Mutas have been revealed, and the Hellions were almost surrounded by these links, but... Yeah. Prototype. Yeah, there you go. He drops down turrets just in time for the Mutas, as they are in his third base already.
You say just in time, but yeah, they're late. This missile turret will not finish up. The third base is completely forfeit. Lings are even getting on top of these Marines. And the Marines don't have any medevacs.
Yeah, they're stopping the SCVs as well, which means a few more are falling down. But these Marines are enough for now to push the Mutas away.
Yeah, exactly. wAesoph doesn't want to throw away his mutas too early. He has to really get that flock going. Meanwhile, because Baneling speed is done, we now have Ling Bane. wAesoph, he's getting ready to pull the trigger here at the third. And there's no tanks, there's no Widow Mines.
Yeah, it's just Hellbats. They're gonna burn the Zerglings, but the Banelings are rolling in and they are destroying a lot of the army, but it's not quite enough.
Oh, yeah, it was almost barely enough, but Prototype holds on. He sieges up his tanks here on the low ground, and wAesoph is forced to back off, and he's forced to drone up.
Yeah. He's making a few more mutas, so I guess he's gonna try his hand at harassing with them. Oop, the Banes? The Banes? The Banes?
They can bust through the wall.
Banes?
Bust through, puppy, bust through. Oh, God!
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I mean, these things get in, but they don't get any damage whatsoever, really.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, five STVs get down.
The execution of the multi-prong had left much to be desired. These Banelings, they don't really get anything. They will all get cleaned up. So will the Lings. And like 6 SCV kills, like this is acceptable damage. Like Prototype, he has successfully defended. He's got an equal worker count compared to the Zerg, which is something you never want to be seeing as a Zerg player.
Yeah. The mutas are trying to harass, but they can't really get to the mineral line with that missile turret there. I mean, the flock is slowly getting bigger, so eventually they will be able to power through, but with all of these marines still hanging about, it's very difficult.
Exactly. Like, wAesoph invested a lot in his aggression. It really didn't pay for itself, and now he's in a really awkward position. Like, he needs to drone up. At the same time, he needs to keep Prototype at home. At the same time, he's got to catch up, and now, like, he's behind when it comes to upgrades because of his delayed Evo chambers. Like, his screen spread also is lacking a little bit as well. Especially compared to the previous games. Like, it feels like he's got a lot of catching up to do.
Do you think he changed the build for this game because they're on the same team?
I think it's a map thing. I think this is the first time we're seeing wAesoph on Glittering Ashes. And because it's very big, like, you have a lot of room to dance around with your mutas, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, and you can still get damage done, but yeah, it's just been a little bit unfortunate how this game has turned out.
Yeah, speaking of unfortunate, as he just misses that Banshee going to his side of the map once again. And yeah, where are we going from here?
Yeah, that's kind of the question. Banshee's going to get a little bit of damage done. Eventually, it'll be cleaned up by these queens. Mutas, oh, they find a way into the natural, and there are no Widow Mines.
Yeah, the Widow Mines are standing by waiting for the frontal attack, but they were not there when a few SCVs fell down. The Banshee's still alive, by the way. Not for long, though.
wAesoph, he's doing what he can. 1-1 is finally done. We should see 2-2 soon. There we go. 2-2 does start, not too far behind. And he just needs to focus on his creep spread. He has to get ready to receive this army. Oh, he catches some medevacs. Maybe?
I think he was just trying to get some damage, but he's trapped between all these marine armies.
Yeah, things are getting a little bit chaotic there. He got surrounded. He lost a little bit too many mutas. 7 mutas have already gone down. And he didn't get a single medevac, and the push is still coming.
Yeah, and he does have a bit of links and some banelings as well, but will it be enough? See, there are a lot of Widow mines, so the link bane may not even matter if the mines trigger properly.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, oh, the drop is being caught. Nice moves here by wAesoph. He is able to catch this and clean this up. But what about that main push? Do we have enough Ling Bane on the ground? We have some more Banelings being morphed in. It looks like wAesoph may just barely have enough. Oh my god, the connections are actually insane.
Yeah, no splits, and the Widow mines are in the back, so they actually cannot help here. Now they are joining with the army. So now wAesoph has to be a bit more careful about the connections.
Yeah, exactly. Banelings are rolling in for the Widow mines on a bird! Oh!
Yeah, but still, the Banelings are not getting quite the connection they wanted to, so these mutas can't even move in.
Yeah, exactly. The minefield is just too good. Every single drone goes down as well. They were trapped. wAesoph was trying to get them out, but that muta cloud, man, it's honestly looking pretty good. What is this? An apocalypse? A catastrophe of mutas coming across the map, and they should be able to take out these missile turrets.
Yeah, that they will. The SCVs cannot help with that, but that marine army is coming back, so no, wAesoph has to take the damage while he can.
Oh, can he get the planetary? Can he get the planetary? It's gonna be close. He's gonna get it. Oh, he gets it.
Yeah, just barely as marines are reaching. the Muta army.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is why Mutas can be really good in Glittering Ashes, because Prototype turned around a while ago. It took him a long time to come all the way back home to try and chase away the Mutas, and we saw he just wasn't fast enough. But the main fight can still be close because we have a lot of Widow Mines.
Yeah, that will do. 13 Widow Mines on the map right now. If they're placed properly and they get the connections that they want. Oof.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, the Widow Mines, a lot of them are on the right hand side. They're not helping at all.
Yeah, they're a bit too far from the army. Now they are being targeted, but now there's no more Terran army.
Yeah, the army's gone, mate. The Widow Mines were not where they needed to be. There were like 6 Widow Mines here on the right, but the army came in from the left. At the same time, we have a double drop, a quadruple drop here coming into the natural, but this is literally all that Prototype has left, and it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and the Banelings are right there to defend it, so... Yeah, Prototype is suddenly in a lot of trouble.
Those are very weak Mutas. Like, one shot each will kill them.
I think they ate a Widow Mine, sure.
They ate more than one. But, oh, they got to kill the 4th base, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And there's just more Mutas coming.
Yeah, like wAesoph may have lost 1 base, but he's got 2 more where that came from. His work count is less than ideal, but he's still got a massive supply lead, and Prototype just cannot get his 4th base up and running. He's tried twice now. I almost kind of want him. Yep, there it is. He's lifting his main. That's how desperate he is right now.
Yeah, you kind of have to at this point, as the Mutas are still being a danger to his bases. But there's not a lot of them here, actually. They are only now coming in.
Yeah, exactly. The Mutas are having a hard time dealing with this missile turret. Oh my god, a couple too many Mutas go down, and Prototype is pushing out across the map. This is maybe his last hurrah. There's still a lot of potential. Especially with this Widow Mine. Up.
Yeah, let's see the splits and the Widow Mine shots, but the Banelings are rolling into the army, but they are actually mostly wasted being targeted by the bio.
Yeah, but there's just too much anyway. There's just too much Ling Bane on the ground. It just overwhelms everything that the Terran has. There's a couple of units here dealing some damage, and they're getting a surprising amount of drone kills. But wAesoph, he's not waiting. He goes for another counterattack. Oh god.
Yeah, all these Mews are gonna get destroyed in the base of Prototype. And the Mutas will just come clean up the rest, I guess. Oh, no, actually, a lot of the Mews survive. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was not a bad defense. And you could argue maybe wAesoph threw away too much. I also want to point out that, again, he hasn't been able to drone up properly. His drone count is still not amazing. So because of that, he doesn't have a massive economic lead. Like, the Prototype is still in this.
I like how the Mutas are so focused on this single missile turret.
Oh, there's not a lot of Marines here. They can fight this. They can fight all this. Oh god, they realized! Oh no, the Marauders!
Yeah, it's mostly Marauders. There are actually not many Marines in this army.
Nothing shoots up.
Prototype focused on the Ling Bane a little bit too much, and now the Mutas can reign supreme.
Yeah, feels bad, man. There were no Marines, there were no missile turrets. The Mutas kill everything here, and this is the killing blow. Up until this point, I thought Prototype was having a comeback. I thought he was slowly trading a little bit better, but it's not going to be enough. GG gets called.
Yeah, and with this game, wAesoph is actually on match point in this best of 5 qualifying match.
God, exactly. He only needs 1 more. And wAesoph shows us, hey, you know, he can go into a fast spire. He doesn't just have to play Mass Queen and with delayed lair, you know. He's got more up his sleeve.
Yeah. In the meantime, looking at our bracket, we have a few more updates coming up. As in the upper bracket, Junta took down Draconics 3-1 and is now qualifying for the main event. Meanwhile, Aristeus took down Acheron 3-2. Yes, that's how I'm gonna say that. And he's also qualifying for the main event. Also, in the lower bracket, Yanji forfeited against Neo, and Neo's in.
Yeah, I'm shocked, by the way. I am so shocked. My body was ready for that Latin American TvT, and I was just quickly checking my friends list, and yeah, Yanji's offline. I don't know if something came up, if maybe, you know, he had to go. But that's a shame. That would have been a really good series.
Yeah. On that note, of course, we are very happy for Neo to
That-
be in the main event.
Maybe not the best way to qualify, but congratulations, Neo, for being a part of NA Apprentice Season 2 for this year. Congratulations. Now we have at least one. Now we have 2 Ducklings in NA Apprentice.
Yeah, because as a reminder, Patimac is already in.
Oh yeah, Patimac is already in because of his performance in the last season. And we'll see. I mean, now we only have 3 qualifying matches left. The one that we're casting, we have Draconics versus Neo Shaggy, which means another Peruvian player will qualify. And then we have Acheron versus Nico. So NA versus Latin America there.
I actually don't know Nico.
Nico, I think he's on Exeritus as well, I think. But I don't know him either. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I actually do not recognize that name. For once, this is a player I don't think I've seen before. But anyway, there's Ser, and we are here on Berlingrad LE in our TvZ, as we have once again the red Terran player representing the United States and the license to kill. Can he bring it like to ace match maybe even? Can he like get a point on the board? It is Prototype.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player representing Team License to Kill and going for a very cheeky build here on Berlingrad. It is wAesoph. Let's go. So, I'll be honest. I was busy looking at Wikipedia trying to look into Nico. So I think this was a gas pool opening from wAesoph. Regardless, it is very aggressive, and for the first time, we're getting some proper cheese.
Yeah, I am very surprised after all these games that we've seen today. Finally, we get something more aggressive.
I was gonna say that, out of all these games, out of all these players, wAesoph, the most vanilla player, the player who was just doing the same thing every single game, he's the one to cheese? Okay.
Yep. I mean, just like last game, he decided to like, you know what? He was like, okay, I'm done with this, okay? I'm done with all this, same build every game. It's time to spice it up.
Yeah, I got places to be. I'm hungry. I am hungry as well.
I am. Don't remind me.
But here we go. Lings are coming across the map. Ling's speed is on the way. What's interesting is that he pulled out of gas immediately, so this is just a Ling flood. There's no Baneliness behind this, so it's not going to be a Bane bust or anything like that. But because of his Ling movement, he avoids the Reaper, and he can delay or deny the natural. Oh, he's waiting.
I mean, so far so good. The Reaper has not spotted the Lynx, but that said, it is coming back and it will meet the Lynx, I think, base first.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Prototype did go for an SCV scout, so he saw how late the natural was, so he knows that it was a pull first opening. He knew to keep the Reaper at home, but no, the Micro! The Reaper takes a lot of damage and still just barely survives, but the rest of the Lynx are coming, and Link speed is about to finish up.
Yeah, the Marine does go down as well as 2 SCVs, I think. No, only 1. The Reaper is still alive, so it's gonna hold off the Lynx for now, so this command center will probably finish.
Oh, it's gonna be close. Go, go,
Reaper
go,
goes down.
wAesoph, please! Oh, he denies it.
Yeah, the command center gets denied. And meanwhile, wAesoph just throws up. He's cool with this.
Yeah, we'll see if he can force a cancel here. It looks like he won't. The SCVs are here, and it looks like they should finish this CC.
Yeah. They sacrificed their lives for it.
Oh
but
no!
It is
No!
finished. What?
No!
Yes, the wall is not a wall.
The whole position, there's no production. The SCVs are forced off the line. If there was a Link flood behind this, I think wAesoph could have just won. If more Links were just flooding across the map, he would have gone in.
wAesoph was like, okay, I did damage. There's no way I can get anything else, right?
Mm. Yeah, but he can do a little bit more. He gets another SCV. He can get on top of the add-on. Oh my god, delays the build even more.
Yeah, and once again, the SCVs are chasing for the Zerglings, and even more of them are falling down as well. So now Prototype is quite a lot behind, and he can't land his CC quite yet.
He cannot. He's still stuck on one base, down heavily in workers, and he's got to do something to come back into this game. He's going for Banshees. Banshees are a great comeback mechanic, especially with the Cloak. So maybe they can try and equalize the workers, but, you know, mate, we're talking about wAesoph. He's got plenty of queens.
I have to say though, something I am worried about is that wAesoph like doesn't necessarily have the killer instinct, so he may just give Prototype time to rebuild his base and catch up. So we're gonna see how he goes, like from here.
Yeah, we shall see. I think what's important though is that wAesoph is making a wave of Lings, and he's throwing down a Baneling Nest behind this as well. So he has potential to clean up these Hellions and just go across the map and try and end the game. But he drones up. Never mind. we'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah. That is what I said. Like he seems to be more of a macro-focused player, so I don't know if he has that intent to actually end the game right now.
We'll see. We'll see as the Lings are going for a big run by. Hellions are a little bit too busy. They're a little bit distracted by all these queens, not noticing that. Hold on. What, you just drone up? Are there no Lings? Well, here they are.
Here are the Lings. By the way, the wall is open. The wall is open. I repeat, the wall is open.
This wall is just not a wall. It's just
the other one is also open.
Yep.
He could get into the main if he wanted to.
If he wanted to. Instead, he just deals damage here at the natural. 6 more SCVs go down, just keeping Prototype's economy crippled here. And, I mean, Cloak is done, you know? Maybe?
Yeah. Steam is on the way.
Yeah.
Like, Prototype is not dead. But is he living?
He's dying right now is what he's doing. Oh god. Hellions need to find a way in. Maybe these Banshees can distract all the queens and give an opening for these Hellions. As there we go. He's going straight into the natural, but there are Lings ready and waiting.
That's not a lot of Lings though, so actually he has to be very careful with the same. Fortunately the queens are there. But if the queens are there, that means they are not protecting from the Banshees.
Exactly. So the Banshees is going to find a little bit more damage. Drone after drone are going down. And so far, Prototype keeps his Banshees alive. So not bad. This is a good start for a comeback. Yeah,
once again, as we've seen before, there are no overseers yet, so there's no detection. And the Hellions are trying to get into the third base, but they only find Lings.
Yeah, they get fully surrounded. Not like this. Prototype, you cannot afford these mistakes. Every single Hellion goes down. This could prompt a counterattack. The Banshees are still wreaking havoc in the main base, but they are about to run out of energy, and they are revealed.
Yeah, as a note, those Banshees are the only army units for Prototype right now. This Banshee is the whole army.
Yeah, if
One Marine.
wAesoph counterattacked immediately, I think he may have been able to end the game. Like, he has a Baneling Nest, he can just morph in Banelings and just go for a bust.
There is one Marine. I'm looking at the units tab. There is one Marine. This is the army.
Oh boy. wAesoph doesn't go for the Bane Bust. Again, he could have ended the game here and now, but he doesn't know. He doesn't see what we see. He doesn't know that there is literally no army for Prototype. So he will back off, drone up, and he is working on his lair.
Yeah, once again, wAesoph seems to be more of macro focus. He's like slowly getting the advantage over the course of the game. And yeah, he just keeps building up. He's getting his Baneling Nest, he's getting his lair, he's getting all the upgrades. Meanwhile, Prototype is trying to hack the Marines together, hoping they survive.
Yeah, in the cold, dark winter of Berlin. Feels bad, man. I mean, Prototype, it's all going to come down to whether he can get a third base up and running, and honestly, he shouldn't. Like, the moment the Prototype tries to expand, wAesoph should be there to stop him with his army.
I mean, to be honest, wAesoph doesn't have vision of that. He only has one, like, is it Overlord? I think it's an Overlord on the south of the base of Prototype. No, it's a Zergling. There you go. No, there is an Overlord actually. Okay.
Yeah, he sees the army repositioning. He's going to confirm with his Ling. Okay, here is your CC. And behind this, wAesoph, he actually triple expanded. He got 2 bases and he got a macro hatch as well in his main.
May as well.
He is very set up to just make nothing but units. He's lacking a little bit in the drones, but he just made a wave of drones and he's just looking good in every aspect.
Yeah, the upgrades are coming up, and this drop should be scouted as well. Oh, he was just on the edge. And yeah, look at the creep spread slowly, like just going over the whole map. Now Prototype is gonna try to deny it, but that will also like give attention to this army.
Yeah, exactly, and that just gets completely surrounded. This drop isn't really going to clean up too much creep because it immediately gets respread by the queens. And wAesoph, once Baneling speed finishes, once these upgrades finish, like he should be going for a big push here at the third. Should.
Yeah, I guess so. He's making Hydras, and he has Lynx. Oh, he's gonna catch up to this drop. Okay, nice pickup from Prototype.
Yeah. Doesn't lose too much, and wAesoph is just getting Burrow, he's getting Infestation Pit. Oh god, is he really gonna sit back or macro up to Lurkers? Is that what's happening right now?
Look, before you called him out that he couldn't get to Lurkers and he couldn't use them, so now he's gonna show you Lurkers, okay?
God damn it.
He has honor.
Shaking my head.
He has dignity. He's gonna show you Lurkers.
Oh god. Meanwhile, the drop almost gets picked up. The medevac just barely manages to escape. And we'll see if we do see those lurkers. Infestation Pit is done, so we should be seeing a hive and we should be seeing a lurker den. So wAesoph, he's missing some tech here. We'll see if he even wants to go there.
I mean, he's cleaning up this drop slowly but surely. Oh, actually, it's Marines.
Marines actually clean up all the hydras, but there it is. There's the hive. There's the lurker den. So wAesoph, he's finally getting everything he needs. He's even joining up. So he indeed does want to make an army of lurkers. He's like,
yeah, but on
at
that
least
note,
once today. At least once.
On that note, the Terran army is actually moving on top of the creep, and yeah, do we want to fight that with hydras?
Not really. But wAesoph's main army is here. The Ling Hydra. He's actually going for a counterattack instead. If he wanted to, he could probably fight this head on. But instead, he goes for that run by. And oh my god, he does catch all the reinforcements.
Yeah, the wall once again is open, so the Lynx just get on top of the whole army. And the Hydras are shot just behind them to clean up anything that's left. The Terran army decides for a base trade, but I don't know about this.
Yeah, the base trade is in effect. We do have Ling Bane to help defend. Oh my god, the connections are decent. And we have even more Banelings behind this. That's it.
And GG scored. wAesoph takes down Prototype 3-2-0. And he still couldn't show lurkers.
He didn't even make a lurker. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations, wAesoph, and congratulations, License to Kill. It is always a shame whenever you see a team kill happen in a tournament, but at least one of your players will be moving on and representing the team in NA Apprentice.
Yeah. I mean, we did have a lot of players from the team, like, in the brackets, so, you know, the team kills are bound to happen eventually, but, you know, it's still a pretty decent representation, right?
Yeah. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So congratulations to wAesoph. My condolences to Prototype. You know, he had a second chance. He got knocked out of the upper bracket by Draconics, and he tried again here in the lower bracket, but he just barely couldn't cut it. He couldn't make it through. But I do hope that Prototype, you know, he continues to play and improve, and I hope to see more of him in future seasons of NA Apprentice and also in the next season of DreamHack Summer ESL Pro Tour.
Yeah, it would be good to see him once again in all those tournaments. As I'm looking at the bracket, and currently the only series that we don't have the results of is Draconics versus Neo Shaggy.
Ooh. Oh my, yes, there is only one match remaining, one series remaining. So congratulations to all the other players who qualified. We did just get updated that Akeron was able to 3-0 Nico baby. So Akeron will be moving on to NA Apprentice as well. But we're still waiting for that one Peruvian player. Is it going to be a Terran or a Zerg?
Yeah, and while we wait, the reminder that there is actually a Macherino page for the 2022 NA Apprentice Season 2. There's a lot of twos there. And you should probably check it out. And I think they also have codes, actually.
Yeah. Exclamation mark is... Do we have Macherino? Exclamation mark Macherino?
Yes.
Exclamation mark Macherino in the chat if you want to have a look at that Macherino page and help support it with those coupon codes. as we still have one series left. Oh, and it looks like Nia, Shaggy, and Draconics, they just got out of game.
Oh. What is the score? What is the update?
It looks like they just finished up game 1. Draconics is up 1-0 against Nia, Shaggy.
Oh.
I hate the capitalization of Nia, Shaggy. It's oh god.
It's actually, according to Wikipedia, and they asked him about it. It's just Neos Shaggy. It's just the S that's capital and the N.
Oh, no G?
No G. That's what it is on Wikipedia anyway.
Oh, interesting. God damn. So it looks like that this is where things will end for us. God, Draconics and Nia, Shaggy are mid-series, but it looks like they're going to wait. They've agreed to wait 10 minutes because something came up for Draconics, so he's gonna go and quickly do something and then come back. So they will continue their series, but there is going to be a bit of a delay there. And yeah, I don't know if we want to go on a 15-minute break.
Yeah, go on a break and then we would jump in mid-series.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's mid-series as well, which means there aren't that many games left. So yeah, keep an eye on that bracket. Refresh it if you're interested, or maybe check back later on in the day to see which player is confirmed to qualify and be a part of NA Apprentice. But regardless, yeah, it's been a great qualifier. All the games have been entertaining.
Yeah, those were very, very solid games. And yeah, I hope everybody is looking forward to the main event of the NA Apprentice, and make sure to follow them on Twitter and on Discord and all the other social medias of NA Apprentice, because they do have coverage of all the groups of the tournament. They always announce when the group will be covered, where it will be covered. They generally try to get different casters on. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's Biomove, sometimes it's other people. So
Stars falling.
Make sure stars falling. Yes. So make sure to follow the NA Apprentice to be updated on the latest happenings in the event. And they have Apprentice Cup as well.
Oh yeah, they've got their proper NA Apprentice, and then they've got their weekly NA Apprentice Cup. So Sugar, he's always doing as much as he can for the StarCraft scene, specifically for the NA scene, and I guess now also Latin America, and they even allow Europeans in the NA Apprentice Cups. I don't think they have
Apprentice Cup. It's just called Apprentice Cup, and it is open to EU as well as NA and LatAm.
There you go. So yeah, they've been slowly kind of broadening their reach, but regardless supporting the areas that need that support. So yeah, massive shout out to Sugar. He's there in the chat as well. Without Sugar, none of this would be possible. None of this would be a thing. He is kind of holding up the NA scene on his back, and we appreciate you for it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. If somebody needs the hype man of the NA scene, they go to Fear Dragon. If somebody needs the organizer of the NA scene, it's usually Sugar.
Oh yeah. He's the guy. He's the guy to go to. And yeah, it looks like outside of that, it's just great to see some Latin American representation in the tournament as well. We do also have a couple of new faces. It's a little bit bittersweet when it comes to qualifier this was qualifier number 2. Qualifier number 1 also had relatively low signups, so because of that, I think a bunch of Masters players, maybe even Diamond players, got in. So there's players like Happy Stick and NA Chobo. I don't know them at all. I have no idea.
Happy Stick is on Root.
True, but Root does have a lot of Masters and Diamond players now, because they're like a coaching team now. We are familiar with Fletch and Defiance. They played in NA Apprentice Code A when Code A used to be a thing. So they are familiar faces to us, but again, I have no idea who the other two are, and they're gonna make for a very interesting NA Apprentice.
Is NA Trouble like the evil twin of McCanning? Or M. Canning? No.
Maybe. maybe they're one in the same. Maybe he name changed. I don't know.
Because he had this name on Korea, I think, right? It was something like, I don't know, like was it like NA Gosu or NA North America? It's something about North America.
Yeah. I know
when I saw it, I immediately thought about that.
I know that on Korea, his clan tag is like Korea Easy. I know that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying maybe it's his evil twin, the NA Chobo, you know?
Maybe. Oh god. Regardless, be sure to tune in to the main event of NA Apprentice. It's still not confirmed the dates of the groups or the groups themselves or who's going to be covering the groups, but keep an eye on Apprentice Esports on Twitter. They will announce it all on social media when things are finalized.
Indeed. I am nodding.
And with that, Kuro, do you have anything else you want to add before we head off? Like as we're kind of rounding up the show.
Cheer for Neo and Patimak.
Yes. We are gonna have
what
two
do you
ducklings.
mean? I'm not biased.
We're gonna have two ducklings in NA Apprentice, so give them the best. Wish them the best. I know Patty Mac has been getting a lot of really good results recently. I know he beat Classic recently in PvP. So Patty Mac, he's looking good. He's looking so good. And Neo is just coming back to the game as well. So Neo's going to have a tough road ahead of him, but I believe in him as well. As well as our Latin American representation, like representatives as well,
Yeah.
like Davo.
Okay, Light, there's a question from the chat.
Oh?
Who is the chase of the NA scene?
Who is the chase of the NA scene? It's got to be Probe Scout. It's got to be Probe Scout. So? Chase's claim to fame is that one time where he cheesed out Probe in a tournament. The best player in Australia.
I mean, he didn't just cheese him out. It was like, exceptionally creative kind of cheese.
Yeah, and likewise, Probe Scout, his claim to fame is that he cheesed out Zest of ESL Open Cup. So,
Okay.
they're pretty comparable. Just saying.
Does Probe Scout play guitar though?
Maybe. I'm trying to see if Sugar said anything about Probe Scout. I DM'd him and he didn't respond. Feels bad, man. Well, with that, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to tune in and see, catch up with Kuro, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at 16 Squad Sanseki or on Twitter at 16 Squad S. I mostly retweet things. Generally, they are related to StarCraft. Sometimes they are related to Final Fantasy. Sometimes they are related to animals. But mostly those topics are going on there. And on my Twitch, I mostly stream with Light, and we're streaming Final Fantasy.
Yes, we're streaming through Final Fantasy 14, and we are probably gonna have a stream tomorrow, probably. Monday. Here, sorry.
Probably?
I say tomorrow. Tonight for me, tomorrow for you in Europe.
Probably.
Yeah. So we'll see. So keep an eye on that. Again, you can follow me at light_VIP. I stream Final Fantasy. I stream my StarCraft ladder sessions as well. But if you only want some casting, then that's all here on the CranKy Ducklings. We are live almost every single day of the week with some StarCraft, North American StarCraft, Latin American, Korean, even European nowadays. Like we're diversifying a little bit more and ruining our sleep schedules. It's beautiful. God. Our next broadcast is going to be in 2 days with Sparkling Tuna Cup.
Yeah, indeed. And also because we are casting like a bigger variety of time zones, I guess, this is why you get the Kuro casts. So there you have it.
There you go. Kuro has stepped up and she's been casting a little bit more as well recently. So yeah, consider hitting that follow button. If you want to tune into our VODs or when we go live, check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Check out our Discord channel as well. We are all over the place posting when we go live and uploading all of our VODs. So yeah, you can support us all there. We even have a Patreon page set up. We've had it since our inception. So if you want to support us monetarily, you can support us on Patreon. You can see that we're set up. All the money we make on Patreon goes back into tournaments, essentially. All the tournaments that we run. Eventually, we want to grow it to the point where I can actually pay the casters that are here on the CranKy Ducklings, and we can actually like make some money. Yeah, and maybe even expand our team and sign some more players, but we're still a ways away from that. But our Patreon is set up for all of that in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, keep an eye on that.
Yes. And with that, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much, Rogless, for the raid, and we will see you guys in 2 days. Ciao.
Bye.